These are my tools to create awesome PS4 tutorials. Let's do this. Hey guys, this is Versatile from Project Phoenix Media. We got a really great PS4 jailbreaking tutorial today. If you haven't heard, recently, over the weekend, Specterdev and others, well mainly Specterdev, he has released his 5.05 kernel exploit, which is awesome. What that means is if you're a PS4 user, you're 4.05, you're 4.55 like I am. Now you can update to 5.05 and actually use the ported tools. There'll be future homebrew content, games that are 5.05, for example. Now you can dump them and play them. It's awesome. It's a lot of good times. Now, if you're 5.50 or 5.53, unfortunately, this does not apply to you. Maybe in the future, but definitely not today. Sorry. So what we're going to do in today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to update your PS4 to 5.05 if you're a lower firmware. And then I also like to use the Al-Azif web host exploit method. Yeah, I mean, there's websites online where you can type in a certain IP address for the DNS servers and you go to that website. But I just like to do it within my own house, within my own confines of my own internet, and have that safety net, for example. So, and then in a future tutorial, I'll show you how to deal with ESP8266. It's pretty badass. So let's get started. So just so you know, I have a link in the video description. If you want to read up on the whole PS4 homebrew scene, I'll link Reddit. There's a lot of threads, a lot of good questions, a lot of good answers. So definitely check it out if that's something you want to do. But in terms of the firmware files, there's two websites you can go to, darksoftware.xyz or sce.party. I will caution you that I did not have luck downloading the 5.05 on this particular website, but it did work for the darksoftware.xyz for whatever reason. So I have a link in the video description where basically you scroll down to 5.05, download it. The name of it will be 505retail.pub, and you can put that on your desktop. And for kicks, you can also copy the MD5. So if you have an MD5 program, I'll show you how to use it in a second here. So next thing you want to do is you have your file. I already renamed it and everything. So let me show you the file structure on your USB thumb drive or our external hard drive. So I'm going to plug it in real quick here. And what you want to do is make sure it's FAT32 or exFAT. So right click, go to Format, make sure it says FAT32 or exFAT. Okay, great. Let me show you the file structure. So the file structure is PS4, capital letters. Inside that folder, make a new subdirectory called update. Inside that folder, this is where you put your firmware file and call it ps4 update.pup. Exactly like this. And let's go ahead and double check it. So I have this program called WinMD5 for Windows. It's free. I want to browse to that file. And we're going to check the MD5. Let me go here real quick, guys. Copied, great. Paste. And we're going to click on verify in a second here. Yes, matched. This is excellent. So what this means is we can update our PS4, no worries. If your firmware file is not matched, then that means you got a bad link, a bad download for whatever reason. Go ahead and re-download that guy, and you're good to go. So we got our USB set up. Let me eject that before I forget. And you plug that into the PS4 USB port to the closest to the Blu-ray disc player, basically. And then finally, like I said, I like to use the Al-Azif, so I have a link in the video description. Go ahead, download this PS4 exploit host win 042 zip file. I put it on my desktop, and then I can go ahead, right-click, extract here, and then let's go inside it, run the executable. It's going to look exactly like this. Allow access if you need to. It's going to look exactly like this. Some kind of DNS IP address. We'll put that in our PS4 after we're updated, and we'll see that, yes, this is working. I do want to note that if you're 4.05 or 4.55, make sure that you have enabled updates if you disabled that previously. So you can re-enable that through the web exploit browser, basically, and then you're good to go. So with that said, let's jump to my PS4 and get the good time started. Let's do this. Okay, so we're back at the PS4, so let's do this. So what we're going to do is press the PS button to use the controller, of course. We're going to log in to my local account. This is Versatile. And then let's just go through some settings that I have on my PS4 right now and showcase some background information. So first thing we're going to do is go to network. Let's make sure that's not connected to internet for this particular case. Scroll down, and we're going to go to, I believe, System. Here we can see system information, definitely 4.55 here. Okay, great. Automatic downloads, all this stuff is unchecked, and we're good to go. And see if there's anything else. No, so let's go ahead and do the system update through the USB. I just happen to have it on the leftmost USB port. So we see it's 5.05. Make sure you're doing 5.05, not anything else by accident. And here's going to start copying the firmware update files, and then the PS4 will continue with the upgrade process. So to help save some time, what I will do is once this whole upgrade process is completed, we'll go back to the PS4 main screen and follow up with the rest of this tutorial. Let's do this. Okay, so we're restarted. Let's go through the rest of the process here. Let's skip through the beginning, log into the local profile, and let's go and check some settings. So settings, and let's go to system information. Yeah, 5.05, excellent. Automatic downloads, unchecked, great. And let's go ahead and set up my internet connection. We're gonna log into my local home network Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna use Wi-Fi for this particular example, custom. And then we're gonna go connect to the name of the Wi-Fi network. We'll enter in the password. So we'll go through the steps pretty quickly here. So next part of the process, IP address, all that stuff, automatic. When you go to DNS, this is where you type in your Al-Azif DNS IP address on your computer. So I did that from previous. Go through the rest of the process. We'll get the SSID, get the IP address. We'll get that valid and internet connection. It'll say failed, which is perfectly fine. And what we're going to do is once we get through this, let's go ahead and test this out. So let's go to settings, users guide. Excellent. Let's go ahead, 5.05. We see there's a blocker, there's a dumper, FTP, and Mira. I think it's like hen. So let's go ahead and run that. Okay, let's do it again. That's normal. And you're all set. Apparently you don't get that update notification thing like in 4.55. So I guess that's a little bit different. Let's go ahead and run a game. Let's go back and do a good classic here, Black Ops 3. So we can clearly see that the game is loading. If the Mira, the hen, if that part of it was not working, I would not be able to load these games that are pre-installed on my hard drive, basically. So that is today's video tutorial. So we basically, in summary, updated the PS4 to 5.05 using the Al-Azif tool. Well, we hosted it on our computer, and then the PS4 is connected to that, and you can run your homebrew after that. So that's pretty cool. So stay tuned. I have more PS4 tutorial ideas in the future. It's gonna be a lot of good times. If you have any nitpicky questions, leave a comment here on the YouTube page. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.